My name is Matt Beausoleil, and although I'm not a classically trained chef, my passion for cooking and refined palate have earned me great respect in the culinary industry. Join me and many amazing people who call the Outaouais their home as we prep, cook, and bake at the beautiful Alpina Lodge located at the renowned Le Nordique Spa in Chelsea, Quebec. From community members to chefs, we will highlight the cultural diversity and incredible food scene that the Outaouais has to offer. I myself chose to call the Outaouais home, and it is because of the wonderful people that you will meet that we can truly enjoy our region. This is Cooking Adventures Outaouais. Hello and welcome to our kitchen. I'm very excited to share another recipe with you that will truly highlight the Outaouais' cultural and culinary diversity. Today's guest is the owner of Chicco Shawarma Pizza and many other businesses throughout the Outaouais. He's always had a passion for food and business. Today's guest is Chicco Khalifé.
Thank you, Matt, for having me on the show. It's a pleasure to be here.
The pleasure is all mine. I mean, we've known each other for a little while, and it's nice to finally cook together.
Yes, absolutely.
So, we talked about how you own many businesses and that you've always had a passion for food.
Yes.
How did you end up, starting to work in food and business?
Well, it all started in high school.
Okay.
It's weird because, we just landed in Canada. I was a year in Canada in.
Right.
And, I started doing this in high school. So what happened is everybody wanted shawarma. So
right.
And I was able to provide the shawarma. So we used to pre-sell sandwiches at the lunch hour, do it at home in the morning, bring it in, toast it, and then serve the guys and everybody. And it used to be very nice. And this is where we got the idea to listen. Everybody likes the recipe. Why don't we open a restaurant or do something about it?
And that's what kickstarted your journey as a young entrepreneur.
Well, we started young, and we were into Canada too. It was a very good opportunity for us to be here, and we came with the family, and we had everybody's support to grow it up and go in the business. And everybody was there, the brother, the sister, the father, the mother, everybody. It was a family business, and
important.
It was a family business in all the meaning of the words. We were there until we climbed up the hill.
That's right. And it's funny because we say family, and you build a lot on trust, and it's super important. When we talk about chicken, shawarmas, or I guess Chicco Shawarma Pizza, like how did that mix come to be?
Well, you know what? It all started in the shawarma business. But 3 to 4 years after we started shawarma, we said, why don't we mix both the best of both worlds? So we said, why don't we make a shawarma pizza?
Right.
People would love it,
Right.
People would go crazy. And then we started creating our dough and everything. It was a whole process to open the pizza because I really wanted to do something from scratch. Right. And then
super important.
Yes, and what's nice about it is when you mix that garlic sauce instead of
my favorite part, garlic sauce. Garlic sauce is my favorite.
It's coming up.
I know.
So instead of the tomato sauce in the pizza, we went with the garlic sauce with some nice big chunks of grilled chicken just coming off the
spit. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So it was something amazing, and it got us. It was unique, so it got us out of the competition for this, and everybody loved it. It's our top seller. The people like it,
and thus created Chicco Shawarma Pizza.
Exactly. So afterwards we did some the classics, the pepperoni, the vegetarians, all the pizzas, and yes.
Amazing. The only thing I'm jealous about is that when you were doing shawarmas in high school, I wasn't there. Because that means I didn't get to eat it that far back. But now I get to enjoy it, so I'm happy.
Absolutely. You're going to taste the best of it today.
Oh, that's even better.
Yes.
That was good. So when we talk about, the Outaouais and, how did you end up coming to the Outaouais?
Well, my uncle is there, and when we decided to move to Canada because things were getting a bit tougher in Lebanon with all the situation, we decided to come to Gatineau, and because all the family I think we're about 100 Khalifé in Gano, and we're all related. We're first and second cousins.
Nice.
And that's why we landed in Gano pretty much. And I call it the land of opportunities. Gano is a great area to develop. It's a place to start your business if you're deciding to. It changed a bit because everybody's here right now, but it's still good. It's still good. Yeah.
I think so. I think in short, the Outaouais was a land of possibility for you.
Exactly, and it's still growing, and that's what's nice about it. It's building and building, and we're next to the capital, which is Ottawa. We're lucky to be here. You know, Canada's big, and we're just right there next to the capital.
Right in the middle.
Here it is. Yeah. So that's what I like about it.
All right. Well, let's start cooking.
Yes, for sure.
All right, so what are we going to be making today?
Well, today we're going to be making two things. One of your favorite, the garlic sauce.
Yes.
And the chicken shawarma.
Amazing.
Which is going to be a homemade recipe. This is a recipe that is made to you can make at home. It's not going to be exactly the same as the one in the shop.
Right.
This is the original one, the grandma's recipe.
Right.
Which is very tasty. And that's what I used to do when I started this lunch business selling. Yeah,
so
exactly.
the time where I didn't get to eat the shawarma, I'm going to get to try it today.
That time.
That's amazing. All right, so let's talk about the ingredients for the chicken.
Yes, super easy. So what's special with this is we only use chicken breast, which is the part that has the higher protein in the chicken.
Definitely leaner than the dark
leaner,
meat.
less fat, and it's still gonna be juicy and tasty.
Right.
And here we have a mix of spices. So I'll let you grab it.
Yeah.
So the basics, we have a tablespoon of salt, half of it for the rest of the spices. So we have here the pepper, the ground pepper, with some oregano, some cinnamon, paprika, garlic salt, nutmeg, ginger and nutmeg. And this is roasted pepper. Spice that I like to use. It lifts up the flavor,
right?
But it's not a must. You can go ahead with the other spices, and you should work it out really nice.
So this is why the shawarma chicken has so much flavor, right? It's because we use such a variety of spices.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome.
And the key is to, if you want to do it, you have to do it overnight, so the chicken really absorbs all the spices,
right,
and the flavors that you're gonna get when you're gonna cook it.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. Is that it for the chicken?
Well, that's for the chicken. It's gonna be, for sure, we're gonna add some vegetable oil, some lemon juice.
Right.
And we're gonna go with some garlic. Here we have the tomato, the pickles, the turnips, some lettuce. We're gonna do you a nice sandwich today, so you can taste and enjoy the shawarma.
Right, and I mean, those are the classic toppings that we see in a shawarma shop, right? The pickled turnip,
well,
the pickles.
You know what, Matt? If you go back to Lebanon and you go with the straight recipe in Lebanon, it's way, way, way more basic than that.
Is it? Yeah.
So up there, it's just your pita bread, some garlic, 2-3 pickles, a couple of fries. Yes, there's fries in the shawarma in Lebanon. And you just toast it. So no lettuce, no tomato, no all this stuff. It is what it is. So when they brought it into Canada, they
things
kinda,
change, right? Things change. Absolutely. All right.
They made the shawarma more Canadian, so
I think that
more
happens
veggies.
with lots of culinary.
Healthier, way healthier.
It is definitely healthier.
Absolutely, it's a healthy snack.
So when we talk about the garlic sauce, which is one of the Lebanese best kept secrets, how to make real
I'm going to show you today
sauce.
how do we do it. It's very, very, very easy, and what's complicated in the garlic sauce, it's how easy it is.
Yeah.
So it's
getting the process right
absolutely.
is the best way to make.
It's
the real
so
garlic
simple,
sauce.
but it's so difficult to make that.
So what are the ingredients though?
It's very, very easy, Matt. We're going with some vegetable oil.
Yep.
Some salt and pepper. We have the garlic and the lemon juice. As easy as it is. And we shouldn't forget the eggs. So it's kind of a mayonnaise.
It's definitely
garlic, right? So it's very easy, but you know, everybody's used to buy mayonnaise off the shelves. Nobody's doing it at home, so that's why it's not a simple thing to do.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm already salivating at just hearing about all the ingredients, and I love garlic sauce.
Yes.
So I mean, let's start prepping.
Of course. So Matt, we have two ways to make the chicken.
Okay.
Actually, if you're in a hurry and you want your shawarma really like today or in a couple in an hour or two, the best way is to cut it down in slices, and that's what we're gonna do today.
Right.
And then we're gonna do we're gonna put the marinade. But what usually we do is we marinate the whole chicken breast.
Okay.
And then we cut it after when we're ready to cook it.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and cut it in slices.
Perfect.
And what I recommend is cutting it into either half, or you can just go ahead and cut it and then we'll cut it in half afterwards. It's a bit easier.
Perfect.
So the best is to get some nice and thin slices.
Right, which will make it faster to cook.
Exactly.
Because today we're cooking it in a frying pan. We're not baking it or roasting it on a rotisserie. So we'll cut it thin so it cooks evenly and quickly.
Absolutely, man.
But it'll also help with the marinade, right? If we're doing a quick marinade, cutting your meat thin will allow the flavor to really touch a lot of surface and cause it to flavor all the pieces.
You know, when you buy your shawarma in a store or in a restaurant, usually there's a bit more fat.
Right.
For it to hang there, we need to keep the skin on the breast.
That's right.
And there's some spots that use the drumsticks.
Okay.
But brown meat for me is okay, but I don't tolerate brown meat in my restaurant. I prefer all breast and all clean, because it just gives a nicer texture at the end.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna ask you to grab the bowl if you don't mind, Matt. Thank you.
So we'll put the sliced pieces into the bowl.
Just gonna go right away and do that. And we're gonna do it with the four of them. So now the chicken's sliced, and I'll let you, Matt, do the marinade. So with a bit of help, we're gonna have some nice shawarma today.
All right, so we're gonna take all of our beautiful spices here.
I always recommend to stir them up because usually I already have them all mixed up for my shawarma.
And then we won't get any pockets of spices in the chicken.
Yes.
Perfect. Give that a quick
You're doing a good job, man.
Hey, it's not my first time.
Oh, that's good.
But I try. I try my best every time, right?
Absolutely.
That's the key. All right. Oh my God, the smell of these spices is just amazing. And it's funny, you know, we're slicing the chicken thin, and when we see it at the shawarma places, we'll see that it's on a spit and it's whole chicken breast, but then you guys slice it thin.
Absolutely.
But for today, we're gonna slice it thin at the beginning, which is gonna make it easier for us to cook.
It's gonna be remarkable how tasty it's gonna be. I've always preferred that way than the way that it's done in the restaurant. But listen, we're here and doing it today, so you're gonna be able to do it at home.
That's probably one of the best things, right? People love shawarma and they kind of see it as a cultural food that's maybe a little bit intimidating because they see it on the spit and they think, you know, I can't do this at home.
Absolutely.
So we're grateful to share this recipe with all of our viewers. All right.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Pour that all in.
Absolutely. So usually when it goes in the oven, I would recommend if you want to put 1 or 2 or 3 cloves
of garlic,
but we're doing it in a pan, so we're gonna go ahead and just be satisfied with the garlic salt that we'll put inside.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go with oil. So vegetable oil, I would recommend a good cup. So here we have half a cup. We're gonna put it twice.
So half cup measuring cup twice, 1 full cup of vegetable oil. It's a great little pouring vessel, eh?
Absolutely, I'm amazed by that, Matt.
All right.
You're doing a good job. And next thing, I'm gonna go with just, at the end, we're gonna finish up with a tiny bit of olive oil.
Perfect.
And right here, we're gonna slice lemon.
Okay. And what are we doing with the lemon?
Oh, we're gonna add some lemon. We're gonna go with half a lemon inside.
We're gonna actually put the lemon in it?
No,
or just the juice?
Yeah, it was just the juice.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll cut some cheeks then. The cheeks, no seeds, cutting on the side of the lemon. Get lots of juice.
Absolutely.
Is that enough or more?
Let's go with another cheek.
All right. It's funny because lots of people squeeze lemon really hard, but if you cut it this way, look at all the juice that comes out without hardly any effort, right? Perfect. Okay, so we've got our lemon juice, we've got our oil,
Now-
we've got our spices.
I'm gonna mix it now.
Perfect. Don't be afraid to use your hands in the kitchen, right? Just make sure if you're
Absolutely.
using raw meat like chicken to wash your hands when you're done. Wow, the smell is just amazing. All right.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna mix that. We're gonna add a bit of olive oil now to finish it.
Yes, that's what I would like to do. I'll let you do it.
All right.
That's good.
All right.
And here we have the marination. So we'll let it
Perfect.
stay here for about the time that we finish our garlic sauce, and then we're gonna be good to go.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's start. Let's get cleaned up, and then let's start on the garlic sauce.
Let's do that.
All right. We're gonna let this marinate. I'll put it in the fridge while we prepare the garlic sauce.
Good idea, Matt. So we're gonna start you off with a lemon for the garlic. Can you please do that?
Ooh, with your special knife.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
what are we doing? We're making like cheeks again, or?
No, we're just cutting in half.
Juicing?
We're gonna press
Okay.
it. Yeah. Perfect. So
All right. Take that.
I'm gonna leave that for the cooking.
So this is another way to make lemon juice.
That's the traditional.
Quicker way
Yes.
when you're
So-
not using just a little.
On my side, I'm gonna start with the garlic sauce.
Yep.
Super easy. I'm gonna crack the egg.
So we're using whole eggs.
We're using a whole egg.
Perfect.
Oh, we're just gonna
Yeah, just put it there.
put it there.
That's fine.
And what I like to do is throw some salt and pepper on the egg.
So it's like we're making breakfast.
It's like we're making breakfast.
But don't forget, you should only season your eggs at the end of cooking when you're making breakfast. Just a tip.
Simple tip.
Simple tip.
So for this amount of garlic sauce, we're gonna go with 5 cloves. So 1, 2. You know how to count to 5. And we're gonna go throw in a bit more salt on the garlic.
All right. So 5 cloves of garlic, 1 large egg, salt, pepper, and we're pretty much ready to go.
Well, you know what, Matt? I'm gonna throw in some olive oil
Nice.
on the garlic and the egg.
This is where all the magic happens for garlic sauce. So it's all about the process.
Exactly. It's all about the love you put in that sauce. There you go.
Like with all food, right?
We're gonna start putting the oil.
All right.
And
Let's see what it looks like. There we go.
that nice
Beautiful
smooth texture.
All right, we got the beautiful garlic sauce.
Yes.
Love it. Hey, look at that, like jiggle, right? That's when you know you got the perfect consistency.
Exactly, that's how you got it.
All right, so let's prepare our vegetables.
Let's prepare our vegetables to, so we're just gonna cut the iceberg. I think that the best way to enjoy shawarma sandwich is to cut the iceberg pretty much thin slices,
Right.
not too heavy like
Easier to eat when you bite through your sandwich.
exactly. And it's gonna melt.
Perfect. So once we've got this finely sliced iceberg, we're gonna do some onions. I'm guessing too, right?
Absolutely, some
I
onions.
think my favorite shawarma has pickled turnip, pickles, onions, lettuce,
that away.
and, well, I don't usually put tomatoes on mine, but tomatoes are a very popular topping. The knife skills. So when we talk about, we're doing chicken shawarma, but we'll often see beef as well. I'm guessing that we use different spices for beef, right?
Yes, it's actually really not the same mix of spices. It's completely different.
Okay.
For the chicken, actually, it has in the Lebanese mix of spices,
Right.
you have a very big difference between the chicken and the meat spices. It's more, the meat spices are always stronger,
Right.
always a bit spicier.
Right. To go with the red meat. Makes sense. They
Yes,
just stand
usually sometimes we can put yogurt in the.
up. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
All right, so I've already cut up the stem of the tomato.
Perfect.
So we're gonna cut it in half.
All right.
So I have a trick for you, Matt. What I do is I align the tomatoes with where I took the stem and the bottom here.
Okay.
I put them there. This way you don't lose the juice.
Huh. Wow, so the juice will stay in.
Yes.
So then you have a nice juicy tomato in your sandwich.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. All right, so nice thinly sliced tomatoes.
Yes, my friend. So we're gonna be ready to roll and prepare our chicken.
All right, let's get cooking.
Let's do that. So
All right, so we've got the fire lit.
yes, my friend. So what I would use is a bit of oil from the marinade.
Perfect. I mean, that's already spiced oil, so that's perfect.
Exactly. Yes, my friend, yes. All right, so we take our chicken.
Beautiful. You can see that the spices are over all the pieces of chicken. The marinade that we let sit for a half hour has worked its magic. Add some tenderness, add some flavors. Now, Chicco, we're looking to brown the meat a little bit as well, right?
Absolutely.
So we're gonna add some color and cook it.
Exactly. And now the meat is ready and we're ready to make the sandwich, Matt.
Oh man, the best
It's
part.
your favorite part
well,
of the
actually,
day.
tasting it is the best part, but this is the first part to the part of tasting.
So, my way of doing it, I open the bread in half. It's crucial that you have fresh bread if you want to have a nice shawarma.
That's right. And real fresh pita, if you leave it out on the counter, it'll get really dry really fast. So,
Absolutely.
leave it in its bag before you use it.
So we're going garlic. I like to put the chicken on the garlic. Always give it a juicier texture at the end.
Right.
In the sandwich.
That chicken looks amazing, nicely colored,
Smells
amazing
amazing.
seasoning.
Yep.
Oh man, and so easy, right? We made it in a pan. Like, don't be intimidated by this recipe. It's beautiful.
I always put the onions on the chicken.
Okay.
Just not put too much onions. 2 slices of tomato. Let's take the one that went into the garlic. Pickles is the major part, I think, in a shawarma. If you have a good pickle, that's the key. I'd put some turnips.
I like the turnip. Turnip is one of my favorite parts of shawarma.
Let's just put some lettuce.
And now the trick is the perfect roll.
Absolutely. So you have to lift up the top pita and don't be afraid to squeeze it with your hands here.
That's right. Grab the ingredients, right?
Absolutely.
It's the only way to make a tight wrap.
Yep. So you go ahead. And for this, today we're gonna grill the sandwich in a pan. It's one of the best ways.
So now
So
what
you
we're
can
trying
have
to
a
do
nice
is...
and crispy sandwich.
That's right. Right. So it kind of warms the chicken again a little bit, but also crisps that pita bread.
It's very important that your sandwich crisps on the outside without getting too warm on the inside.
Right.
Because it keeps the
The freshness of the vegetables.
of the vegetable,
Right.
exactly. So we have our foil here.
All right.
And now that the sandwich is grilled on both sides,
Perfect.
I'll just go like
So,
that.
so that'll also help keep the bread together, right?
Exactly. It gives a crisp to the bread and it helps it stick together.
The classic shawarma roll.
Exactly. And you just make it look like it's coming from a restaurant. And you just made that at home.
Yeah, look at that, eh? Beautiful.
It's
Now
all
the
yours,
best
man.
part is I get to try
all
it.
yours.
This is all mine.
Yes, my friend. I hope you like it.
There's something about pickled turnip that is special, right, to shawarma. It's
know.
not something that we eat with anything else, and the saltiness and the brine of the pickles and the turnip really add such a good flavor.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna get to the chicken here.
You get there yet? That's the best part.
Wow. Even though we only marinated that chicken for half an hour, it is so flavorful. And I think the
Taste all
key,
the spices, yes.
yeah, the spices are all there. It's very fragrant. I think the most important part was the thin slicing of the chicken.
Yes.
That's what really allowed us to get that flavor.
Absolutely.
Wow, I mean, this is absolutely amazing. Chicco, it's been a thin slice to have you with me today to cook these beautiful shawarmas and share your recipe of the chicken.
Pleasure is mine, man. Pleasure is mine. I know it's a big thing to share that garlic sauce secret out there, but you know, it's all yours now.
There's lots of opportunity in the Outaouais, and you're giving the opportunity to other people to make this garlic sauce.
Let's do it.
So it's been a pleasure. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
My pleasure, man.
Once again, a very special thanks to Chicco Khalifé for sharing this amazing chicken shawarma and garlic sauce recipe with all of us. Don't forget that this recipe, as well as all of the recipes featured in this program, will be made available in the Cooking Adventures Outaouais Cookbook, brought to you by the Regional Association of West Quebecers. On that, be happy, be healthy, and eat well. Ciao for now.